Hi everyone, this is Module 7, Piano Profits, page 201, and you'll complete the first part of the worksheet with the title, Pike Brothers Piano Restoration, on row 1, A1, and then in A2, First Year Profits, and then you'll have column titles, Piano Model, Purchase Price, Restoration Price, Cost, Sale Price, and Date Sold. And go ahead and fill in the amounts. When you're filling in the amounts right now, do not put any dollar signs or commas or decimal places. We'll put that in using the accounting format style later. So just putting the amounts in, and they're all decimal places 00, so it's fine to leave no decimal places at all. So fill that in. The next thing we'll do is we'll click into restoration cost, and we want it to wrap, so we'll choose wrap text so that it goes on to the next line, and we'll widen it later so that we can have restoration as one word. But we're going to insert a new column to the left of sale price. So if you click column D to highlight all of column D and then click insert, and this one is going to be called total investment, enter. And again, what we can do now is select both C and D and double click so it makes it as wide as it needs to be. I'm just going to manually increase it. There we go. We'll do the same thing for A and B. And watch what happens when you widen both A and B. It goes as wide as the title, not as wide as the longest item in the column. So what I'm going to do is manually drag it. Later on we're going to center the title. The sale price and the date sold look fine. So the total price is going to have a formula. So what happens is it's almost like flipping a house. We're going to flip pianos. So they purchased the piano for a certain price, and then it'll cost them a little bit of money for restoration. And then they'll have a total investment, what they paid to purchase the item, how much it costs to fix it, and then what they sell it for, and then finally we'll have a profit. So in the total investment, your formula will be equals B5 plus C5. So you're adding the purchase price and the restoration costs. And then if you want, you can press enter, but enter takes you to the next line. If you use the check mark in the formula bar, which is the same as enter, it remains in that cell, and now you can just hover over the fill handle and double click, and it fills the rest of them for you. So in G4 you'll type in profit, and the formula for the profit is equals the sale price minus the total investment. And this is what they make for a profit. Go ahead and check mark in the formula bar. So they're going to make $10,000 on this piano. Double click to highlight the rest of them. In A10, type total. And then I'm going to show you a couple different ways to get totals of columns above. We did this in the previous assignment where you click auto sum and it should come up equal sum B5 through B9, enter. Or you can do your shortcut, Alt equals, enter. Or if you want, you could select them first and then click auto sum. And another way, you can select them and a little drop down button comes here. It's called quick analysis. You could click that and then choose totals sum. So I showed you 4 different ways to do it. My favorite is the Alt equals. The only thing that's different is this one, when you select it and use the fill options, the quick analysis, it put it in bold where the other ones didn't. But that's okay because we're going to be putting them all in bold. So I showed you a couple different ways that you can get your totals. Either way, the formula is the same. Equal sum B5 through B9, C, column D, E, no total for F, and then G. So all of the amounts should be, because they're money, values, should be $, the accounting format. So I'm going to select B through E, and then I don't want to put the accounting formatting on the date, so I'm going to hold Control and select the other column. And then I'll choose the accounting format. And again, if you had any trouble with hashtags, you would widen the column. For the total column, go ahead and select all of row 10 and put it in bold. And then if your date isn't showing the month first and followed by the day and the year, you can select the dates and make sure that you have short date chosen. For the column rows, go ahead and choose center. And while they're selected, if you want to put them in bold, you can. And if you go to cell styles, the book suggests that you can use any color style you'd like. There's also a feature, if I were to select the totals, it's called the accounting style. So if you choose cell styles, it's the total where it has a single line above it and a double line below it. So if you want to add that, you can. And then for Pike Brothers Piano Restoration, the title, select A through G and then merge and center. Remember, do not click the whole row because it'll merge and center it from here to infinity. So just make sure it goes just to G, as wide as the last column in the table. So merge and center. While it's selected, if you wanted to go into the cell styles and choose title, so it makes it larger. If you choose this tipped over paint bucket, you can choose a different color if you'd like for the background, and the same for first year profits. Cell styles, if you want to change the color this way, you have more choices when you're in the tipped over paint bucket, whatever you'd like to choose. Merge and center, so it's in the middle. If you want to make it a little bigger, bold, it's all up to you. We're ready to do the header and footer. On the last assignment, we went into what was called page layout preview, where you can do your header and footer up at the top. I want to show you a different way. So I'm going to go back to normal, and I'm going to choose File, Print, and do it from here. So the first thing I would do is just drag it down so I can see that page setup. It's in portrait, which is fine because it all fits on one page. If you wanted to, you could put it in landscape, so we'll try that one out. Click margins. I like to have all of the worksheets centered horizontally and vertically. And in here, we'll go to header and footer. So there's either custom header or custom footer. We're going to do both. Choose custom header, and you get those three options that you had on the worksheet: left side, center, and the right. So on the left side, we'll type your name, and then click OK. Then we'll go to custom footer, and this is similar to the one we did before. This is the file name, and it'll put that formula, and it'll type it in for us. And on the right side, the current date, insert date, that'll put it in for us, and click OK. And then OK, and you should see that it changes it to landscape. It centers it both vertically and horizontally. There's our header and our information for our footer. And I think it's easier to do it this way rather than on the actual worksheet. It doesn't split it up or change the look and feel of it. You're doing it all in the backstage area. Either way that you do it is fine. Go ahead and save this as Piano Profits and submit. Thank you.